On this episode of System Integrators Weekly, we're hunting down the ever-elusive Nvidia RTX 3080, and we're going to 4 different system integrators to see what they've got to offer. All that and more on this episode of System Integrators Weekly. Let's go, nerds! This episode of System Integrators Weekly is sponsored by CDKdeals. CDKdeals is an online marketplace that specializes in discounted, genuine Microsoft licenses and game keys for several different platforms. My viewers can get an additional 25% off with the discount code BRAY25. Let's get a Windows key. We'll opt for Windows 10 Pro for the enhanced security features. CDKdeals offers an OEM license for a fraction of the price of a retail key. The difference with an OEM key is that you can only use it on one system, but that should be all you need. You will need to make sure you either have Windows 10 Pro already installed or you perform a fresh installation, since OEM keys cannot be used to upgrade from Windows 10 Home if that's what you have installed currently. Here I entered BRAY25 to get 25% off. You can also click where it says Use Activity Discount for a small additional discount. Now our key for Windows 10 Pro is only $15.43. Pay with your method of choice, and once the payment goes through, click View Keys/Codes. Click Get the Key and copy it. Then just go to your Windows search, type in ACT, there it is. Click Activation Settings. My Windows install was already activated, so I'll be replacing that key, but yours should just say Activate Windows. Paste in the key, click Next, and activate, and you're done. Thank you, CDKdeals, for continuing to support the channel. Hello everyone, I'm Brayathorn. Welcome to System Integrators Weekly. We know it's difficult out there. You want to get yourself a system, maybe you're thinking you want a 3080 for your system, and yeah, that's not happening. It's like a unicorn with a mouthful of 4-leaf clovers. It's very rare. You might be able to get lucky and find it at a Best Buy when there's a drop, or get it through the Newegg Shuffle, along with whatever crap they sell you in the bundle that you have to buy. And, you could go with luck, but we're looking for something more reliable. Something that will make you happy. Like the best video game character of all time, Chorizo. Look at him. God, he's so freaking happy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna help you out as well as we can, and hey, if it's helpful at all, consider subscribing. This is what we do. If you don't subscribe, you will make Chorizo sad. Do not make Chorizo sad. Anyway, yeah, I've been playing a little bit of Far Cry 6. I haven't played a game in like a month, okay? I've been busy, but yeah, Far Cry is awesome. So why the 3080? Well, the reason the 3080 is so popular is because there's probably a few reasons for that. First off, the last generation in the 20 series GPUs, the 2080 Super, 2080 Ti, that 80, that was the tops. The 3090 is a totally new thing here for Nvidia, at least based on the more recent generations of cards. So people are used to saying, oh, 80, that's the tops, that's what you want. And yeah, it's fair. Plus, the 3080 is aimed at 4K gaming. And some people are convinced that they want to game at 4K. I personally don't think it's necessary. 4K monitors that are gaming monitors, for one thing, are like anywhere from $800 to $1,200. That's kind of a midpoint. I personally recommend 1440p gaming, but this will destroy some 1440p gaming and do 4K gaming very well too. So the 3080 is desirable for that reason. But yeah, so that's why we're going to be looking for systems that have 3080s in them. Anyway, we're gonna break this down. We're gonna find you 4 different systems that come with a 3080. Some of them that you can get in a matter of days. Yes, I said days. And at a price that you will not believe. Like, these things are selling for like up to $2,000, $2,200 on eBay. Or, one place where you can always find them. So hang around and chill out. We'll talk about some computers for a while, or you can, take the short route and go down to the timestamps in the description below if you want to look at each individual system directly, right away, real quick, like fast travel. God, too much Far Cry, jeez. Anyway, we have gotten a few comments, and literally like 3 or 4 out of hundreds of comments, that have said that the news and announcements portion of the video is just too long, and this YouTuber needs to get right to the point. First off, I don't have to do that. This is designed to be like one of those, you know, like a TV show. It's about 25 to 30 minute runtime. That's what I wanted to do, and that's what I'm doing. So I get to do what I want. But also, we're gonna try to ease those impatient souls, and we're gonna try to make this a little bit quicker. So let's try to do the shortest announcements ever, although there are some important ones. So let's begin. First off, do not miss the giveaway for the Govee immersion kit that is in the description below, also linked on my Twitter. Go follow my Twitter. It's @Braythorn. Next, we still have the limited edition Halloween sticker. Beautiful, designed by Ari. She's an amazing artist. You gotta go get one. They're gonna be gone by the 30th, I think. So yes, go check that out. It's God, it's freaking cute. Anyway, yeah, merch, whatever. That's not merch, that's Yu Yu Hakusho, and it's awesome. This is, though. Anyway, next is gonna be the a big one, Halloween spooky stream. We had one last year. We're gonna do another one this year. You want some highlights from the last one? There's a highlight video. Go check that out. It's gonna be linked right here, right there. There's a link right there. Go click that. But it's gonna feature several different awesome streamers, and also me, you know, whatever. But those streamers are great, and they're gonna be in there too, and we're gonna have a pumpkin carving contest, a costume contest, we're gonna play spooky games, and that will be on October 30th, Saturday, October 30th, 8 p.m. Central, so I don't ruin your actual Halloween plans. And that will be at twitch.tv/Brayathorn, that's where it starts, and there will be several different streamers that are gonna be hanging out, doing pumpkin carving contests. It's gonna be awesome. And costumes and spooky games. It's the best. It really is a lot of fun. So you should definitely check it out. That is in addition to the 3 streams I do now every week, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 8 p.m. Central, where I help you one-on-one with your own PC builds, your own pre-builts, your own custom systems based on your budget, your needs, all that stuff. Twitch.tv/Brayathorn. Okay, now that's it. That's it. Literally it. There you go. Shortest announcements ever. So, disclaimers. Yes, let's do these quickly too. I don't want you running away from me now. Quick disclaimers. This was recorded on October 10th, 2021. All the availability and pricing you see here may change, and change very quickly. Availability is a nebulous and ephemeral thing, and it goes away really quickly. So, yes, keep that in mind. It doesn't mean you have to buy right now. Don't make a hasty decision, but also don't hesitate too much once you know what you want. Next is going to be the fact that a lot of this is based on my opinions. If you don't agree, that's okay. Don't get angry about it. Disagreeing is how we learn and how we share information with each other and maybe change our mind about certain things. So disagreements are awesome. Do them politely in the comments below or in the Discord, which is linked in the description below. Discord is awesome and growing really fast, and there's a lot of awesome people there. We have a whole tech discussion channel if you want to disagree there, and a tech questions channel where your tech questions go, and you put @techie at the beginning of your question so that we know what's going on. Also, last disclaimer, buy at your own risk, because these are PCs. They're difficult to ship safely, but the companies that I'm looking at here pretty much do that, ship them safely. And also, they're electronics, so sometimes things come in DOA. We've seen several people who have had this problem and have gotten it fixed. So this happens, things get fixed, and then you're happy. It's awesome. So yeah, let's take a look at iBUYPOWER's ready systems. These are the ones that I really like to recommend because you get them very quickly, the build quality is good, and you can't customize them though, so that does take away some of the option paralysis that you get when you look through a giant list of parts and aren't sure what to pick. This is already built for you, there is no customization, there is room to upgrade if you want down the road. And there are a ton of these right now, an absolute ton of systems right now. And yes, I will link these in the description below. No, I don't make any money from those links. I am not affiliated with these companies directly at all. They're not paying me anything to talk about their products. Yeah, let's just make sure that that's fully clear. Yeah, so there's a ton of systems here. I mean, it goes all the way from $999 for a basic Core i3 and 1650 Super system, all the way up to $4,300 with big shiny parts. But we're gonna look right here at this system that is $2499. Yes, we've shown this one before. First off, this comes in a great airflow case. This is a price point to where you start to see the Lee LandCool 2 mesh being used with the same day ready systems, and it's one of the best high airflow cases on the market. And that's not just according to me, that's according to Tech Jesus, Steve over at Gamers Nexus. They reviewed this very highly. And you're getting a 240 millimeter all-in-one liquid cooler to cool that 5800X, 16 gigs of DDR4 3200 megahertz RAM. I would upgrade that to 3600 5600 megahertz to get the most out of that CPU. And yes, the RTX 3080 right there. 1 terabyte M.2 NVMe SSD drive. So we'll set this as our baseline and see who can compete, who's going to have a better price or a worse price. But yes, this system is set for delivery by Thursday, October 14th if you order it on today, October 10th. That is 4 days. Very, very good deal. Now, let's see what Build Redux can do. Now, the Build Redux system is not built already. You can customize this. You can change certain things on here, like the storage if you want. Add a 2 terabyte hard drive, a mechanical hard drive if you want some slower mass storage, that kind of thing. Comes in a great case with the this Cooler Master TD500, but this one comes in for a lower price, slightly lower, at $2483 before taxes and shipping. And this system has the same Ryzen 7 5800X 8-core 16-thread rad processor. That's what I use for gaming and streaming and everything. Now, just for a gaming computer, you can get away with a 5600X, and it would make little difference to your gaming. But if you're going to be doing streaming or content creation or video editing, photo editing, having those extra cores can be really helpful. This goes for both of those systems. But yeah, 16 gigs dual channel RAM. That's the same 3200 megahertz. I don't know what brand it is or whatever. They don't tell you, just like iBUYPOWER, they don't tell you what kind of 3080 you're getting. It's pretty standard for most system integrators. So be sure that if you're going to say, hey, look at these guys, they say what the GPU you're getting is going to be, that's cool, but that is atypical. That is the exception rather than the rule. It doesn't mean this is bad, it just means that's a little bit nicer that they do that. Same 1 terabyte NVMe M.2 drive. This comes with 6 fans. So what they do here instead is you have 3 front fans. You have the 3 front fans there. And then you have 2 more fans on the back working as a pull fan. So they're exhaust fans, basically, but in the case. So a push-pull configuration is when you have a fan in the front and a fan behind the radiator. And they're both facing the same direction. So air is brought in from the front through the back of this fan, through the radiator, and then this fan in the back pulls that air through, push-pull. That can bring air through the radiator a lot easier because there's less resistance for those front fans to get air through. However, I kind of like the idea of having exhaust fans, more exhaust fans. You also know with the iBUYPOWER system what motherboard you're getting, an MSI B550A Pro. It's a decent motherboard. It's got some actual VRM cooling, which is nice. Now with the Build Redux system, we don't know exactly which it's going to be. It's going to be an ASRock or an MSI or a Gigabyte motherboard, one of those 3. We don't know exactly which. The main difference, though, that you will notice is going to be that Build Redux takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get this system out to you rather than 4 days. Now, this is with Windows. Here's a big difference with the Build Redux and a place where you can save some money. Windows is super easy to install, okay? See these? This is 2 16 gig USB flash drives. This was like $7, okay? Yeah, so you just get the Windows Media installer, put it on the flash drive, plug that into your PC, and then you just boot from that flash drive, and then it will install Windows for you. So why is that important? Well, you remember who my sponsor was? CDKdeals. Remember what they have? They have a Windows license for $15, or it's $15 to $20 or so, right? So if you choose this option, remove OS, no software support, I'm not sure whether that means they don't install Windows at all, or if that means they install Windows and don't activate it. Like you can get with light gaming PCs or with Ava Direct. They do that. They have that option as well, where they'll install Windows, but not activate it for you. Then you can just come back to my video, go to the description and click the link for CDKdeals and buy yourself a license. Done. Just make sure that if you have Windows 10 Home installed, that you buy the license for Windows 10 Home, not Pro. There is a difference, and you would have to reinstall Windows yourself if you get the wrong key. Just to point that out for you. And that saves you $109. That's enough about these. Let's talk about Maingear. Because Maingear has a pretty competitive system here, except for one caveat, which we'll get to. Now, well, there's 2 of them, really. So this is the Vibe RTX 3080. $2599 gets you a Maingear system, 240mm AIO. Now, this has a great processor in here. 12-core, 24-thread Ryzen 9 5900X. That's unnecessary if all you're doing is gaming. But it's pretty great for that price tag. They do go with a brand name power supply, 750 watt EVGA, so it's lower wattage than the other two, but it's brand name, it's EVGA. That's a great manufacturer of power supplies. They also go with only a 512 gig M.2 drive and give you a 1 terabyte hard drive instead. So you get overall more storage, but 2/3 of that is very slow. They should be putting a 1 terabyte in here. Who pairs that little storage? Like this has a 5900X in it. Also 240 millimeter AIO is on the threshold. It's okay for cooling a 5900X. It's a little on the weak side for that. The Maingear Vibe has some side intake, but it's not super great. Nothing compared to the mesh front panels that you'll find on the iBUYPOWER system, the Build Redux system. The other main big caveat right here is going to be this. Typically ships in 6 to 8 weeks. Typically. Meaning they could take longer. So let's skip past this. Let's say, you're all right. Stop telling me about this one in the comments, because that shipping time sucks. Still, amazing specs, mostly, but storage is easy to add. Don't let me dig on that too much. Okay, plus higher price than the other two so far. So far, the price winner is here. $23.74 before taxes and shipping. That is without an operating system. I want to talk about one that I really like, and I sort of ignored this one when we were doing a budget video last week for obvious reasons. This is way above that. This is the Digital Storm Lynx. This one is one of their ready-to-ship systems. Okay, it is $22.99. Well, here's the downside though. You have an Intel Core i7-10700F. Now that is a great. Well, it's a good it's a great gaming processor. A K would have been better. A K SKU would have made sense for a gaming computer. This one cannot be overclocked. We also don't know what the motherboard is going to be. What the hell is this power delivery? Good God. That's a B series motherboard. That is not I mean, you don't want a Z series motherboard for a non-K SKU CPU, but good Lord. Then it's still an 8-core, 16-thread processor. It's a 2.9 gigahertz base clock that will boost to 4.8 gigahertz turbo, but you can't overclock it. However, this still has 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, Digital Storm branded, and an 850-watt Digital Storm Performance Series modular 80+ gold power supply. That is a nicer power supply than any of the other ones, because the other ones don't really mention being modular at all, although the EVGA one from Maingear might be. They would usually mention that though. This system comes with, guess what? A 3080, and it will ship in 3 to 5 business days, as you can see right there. And of course, you get, as they say, extreme cooling with their 240 millimeter all-in-one liquid cooler. This also comes with a 1 terabyte M.2 SSD, and it comes with a 2 terabyte hard drive, spinning hard drive. So way better storage than the other options. So which one's the best out of all of these? Well, like many things, that's gonna come down to you. Let's face it, iBUYPOWER has gotten sort of a bad rep. I don't know why that could be. Steve? Don't buy something like an iBUYPOWER system or a CyberPower PC system from a third-party retailer. It doesn't necessarily go well. Those retailers want cheap gaming computers. They tell iBUYPOWER and CyberPower PC, we want cheap gaming computers. Here's this much money. What are you gonna give us? And they get crap, because what can iBUYPOWER do? They can't just like make things cheaper in the world economy. They have to cater to companies as big as Best Buy and Amazon, and they have to make these systems as cheap as possible so that there's as high of a profit margin for those big retailers as possible. It is not their choice. And I can tell you that because when you buy a ready system from iBUYPOWER, like I did, you can go watch the video where I unboxed it. It is actually packed really well, and it doesn't have like the worst CPU cooler on the planet Earth. It's ridiculous how low they want these system integrators to go, and then how much they charge you, Do not buy a system like that. I mean, of course, avoid Newegg in general. They took advantage of consumers big time with the Newegg shuffle and sent exploding power supplies to people that are fire hazard and will also have also wrecked GPUs. Don't do that. By the way, speaking of which, that gigabyte power supply thing, watch Gamers Nexus's video on that, and let me use that as a moment to say, I love Gamers Nexus. Do not send me hate comments for calling Steve out for the uneven coverage of their pre-builts. That whole series is a little bit whack because they didn't set a baseline. They didn't say they're all going to be in this budget. They're all going to have these components. We're buying all of them from a third-party retailer, or we're buying all of them from the system integrator or OEM. They have no rhyme or reason. That whole series there should be no benchmarks. Why would you put a $650 computer on the same freaking benchmark as a $2,000 computer? It makes no sense. It's gonna be higher. Someone once said the numbers are bigger, so it's more better. Who said that? Get your pre-builts directly from the system integrator. I'd like to say it's the last time I'm gonna rant about that. It ain't. So just forget all that stuff that you've heard about iBUYPOWER. Most negative comments you've gotten about iBUYPOWER are from people who bought them from Amazon, Best Buy, because guess where you read those comments? There's no place for comments on iBUYPOWER's direct site because they're a system integrator. They're not a retailer that relies on comments to drive products. So this is a great system right here. Comes in one of the best cases on the market for airflow, and also a beautiful case, and it's $2,500, and you get it by the 14th if you order it like Sunday, today, when this video came out. If this is gone, you have a ton of other options. Build Redux can take 3 to 4 weeks to get to your system, but it's custom built for you, and it may have a little bit better cable management because I did take issue with iBUYPOWER's cable management on my same-day ready system, but I fixed it. The Maingear system takes too long. I don't know about this. I don't like the airflow. I don't recommend this one for those reasons. Now, as for the Digital Storm system, it's compelling because it is the lowest price out of all of these, and that's without having to take the operating system license out of there, like you do with Build Redux to get to a similar price, $23.74. And plus, there's you can say I have a Digital Storm system, and that's there's a coolness to that, I guess. And then I was going to include Corsair. Corsair makes pre-built computers. However, looking at the Vengeance system here, it's really wonky the way that you have to do this. In order to get a 3080, which is what the whole theme of this video is, you have to choose an Intel Core i9 10850K, or an 11700K, or a Ryzen 9 5900X. Otherwise, like if I was to try to match the other systems and try to get it to a similar price by going with a 5800X, you're stuck with a 3070. Corsair, why, dudes? Like, look, you guys are great. You make some fantastic components. When someone has all Corsair stuff and they use iQ, it can be pretty powerful. But this is kind of stupid. But the lowest you can pretty much get a 3080 from Corsair for is about $31.99. That's with an 11700K. 1500X will beat the pants off of that in most cases. Maybe you'll get slightly better single core performance with overclocking on the 11700K, but slightly better single core performance versus way better multi-core performance. I don't buy that. 1500X over 11700K all day long. Anyway, but I will say, this 1500X system right here with a 3070, 16 gigs of RAM, wrong speed, but that's okay. 1 terabyte M.2. It's $24.99, not too bad. However, we can do better than that. According to the comment of the week for this week, or should I say the comments of the week, Original Designs X came in. 4 different videos pasted the same comment 4 different times at exactly the same time, or a few minutes apart. Original Designs X, are you a bot? Are you a bot? Are you a cute little bot? Or are you a person and I shouldn't talk to you like that? Probably the latter, but that's okay. I get it. Original Designs X says, hey brother, Skytech just came out. They didn't, it's been out for a little bit, with the Blaze 3.0 bundle at $2250 that has 3070 Ti, that has a 3070 Ti. It looks like a too good to be true deals, so I thought you could maybe check it out. Then the next time on another video, they said, hey brother, Skytech just came out with a Blaze 3.0 bundle at 22. Okay, you get it. I get it, dude. Just, don't spam. Spamming is weird. Spam is delicious in food form, but annoying in comment form. We're going directly to skytechgaming.com and buying directly from the system integrator. Look at this freaking deal. This is crazy talk, okay? First off, it's an 11700K. It comes in a high airflow case, which we're going to talk about the case. A 240mm AIO. It comes with some fans. It comes with a Z590 motherboard, so you get a K SKU, 11700K. Then you get a Z motherboard. It's going to be better for that. Yes, they did add memory overclocking to the B series motherboards, but still, you get better power delivery with the Z series in general. And 16 gigs of RAM, and guess what? It's too bad it's not a Ryzen system, because it's 3600 megahertz. And a 3070 Ti, and a 1 terabyte NVMe SSD, an 80 plus gold power supply. We're going to talk about power supply. There's a problem there. Windows 10 Home, 1 year parts, labor, and shipping. So the warranty is a little skinny, and there's more. So yeah, this is from Metallic Gear, and it says powered by Fantex. I guess maybe they're owned by Fantex or whatever. Maybe it's their sort of budget brand, because Fantex cases can be a little pricey. Looks like you can put a 240mm radiator or just two 120mm fans if you have a 240. So it's basically 240 or 280 on the front and then 240 on the top. Anyway, it says decent airflow case. It's not bad. Let's get back to this though. So this is a GeForce RTX 3070 Ti. Now, the 3070 Ti is not hugely more powerful in sheer percentages over the 3070. It's a move up, but it's not a huge step up, right? So one might think, since a 3070 was specified by Nvidia to run with a minimum 650 watt power supply, that the 3060 Ti wouldn't be very far off. However, it has a higher TDP, higher wattage, so Nvidia came out and said, hey, use 750 watt power supply with this card, thank you, bye. And this is 100 watts less than that. So the GPU may be undervolted. Basically, I would upgrade the power supply in this once you get it, but you're saving so much freaking money, because guess what? This is a bundle. This ain't just a computer. You're also getting an ultra widescreen monitor, curved, gigabyte. There you go. MSI keyboard, an MSI headset, and an MSI mouse. Oh, hey, there's a review right here. Stephen K. Let's see what Stephen K. had to say. I love the bundle. The only issue I'd had was a lack of communication. I did not receive an email confirmation when I placed the order. My order status remained on processing and processing payment for over a week, and I had to call to make sure my payment went through. I did not receive a confirmation email until the order shipped. When I did receive the order, the monitor was missing. I called and was told it was back ordered and it would be shipped the next day. I should have received an email confirmation my order was received and an email notice that the monitor was back ordered. I should not have had to chase people down and make calls to find out the status of my order. Well, guess what? Skytech, y'all should reach out. You should be letting people know when people give you $2,300 plus free shipping. Jesus Louises, this is crazy. With this, you get presumably a high refresh rate gaming monitor that's ultra wide and curved, which is very better for immersion. You get a couple games, you get a mouse, keyboard, and a freaking headset for $2,300. Hell, I want this. But keep in mind, you would need to upgrade the power supply if you want to be in compliance with what Nvidia recommends for your minimum PSU wattage. Yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for the coverage for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm trying to focus more on certain specific things in each video rather than just being like, let's see who's got what. We're looking for specific things. If you guys have any ideas of something specific to look for, like I did with a 3080 system in this video, drop them down in the comments below and I'll check it out. I also want to say thank you to our commenter, our multi-commenter, Original Designs X. Thank you for making absolutely sure that I saw that. Your enthusiasm is noted and appreciated. So yeah, guys, if you're watching this and it's still Sunday, Sunday night's coming up, or it is Sunday night. Come join me on stream. I stream every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 8 p.m. Central at twitch.tv/Brayathorn, and what I do there is what I do here. You get in the line, get in the queue, at which / join to join the queue once you get in the chat, and I can help you one-on-one. You just tell me your budget, what you're going to do with the system, whether it's just gaming or also content creation or streaming or whatever, and maybe if there's a system integrator you saw that you liked, you want to hear about, or if you want to hear about artesian builds, which you do want to hear about artesian builds, by the way, and just things like that. If you need it quick or if you can wait for custom built, those details all help out a lot. I'd love to see you all there. And don't forget, Halloween spooky stream with tons of awesome streamers hanging out, doing pumpkin carving contests, costume contests, playing spooky games. It's going to be awesome. And I cannot wait. It was so much fun last year. And the community's only gotten bigger now, so it's going to be huge. It's going to be a huge freaking deal. I want to see you there. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to this late in the video, I see you. I appreciate you. And until the next one, take care.